Hello, good morning, children. Today is 27th October 2020. You know that I always deliver a message on alternative English for the first year, for the second year students. Today, I'd like to revise once again the short story, The Watchman. In our class last month, I have already discussed about that story. I would like to revise once again The Watchman. It is a very interesting and very good story to listen and to get prepared for the second year classes. The Watchman. The story of Watchman. In simple English, watchman means the guard, night guard, or the person who watches, who guards, who works. But here, the watchman is described in the story as a poor fellow who had been working in a park and the watchman who always worked their park during the day. Evening time he goes to his house. He's a poor person, very simple fellow, but experienced. One day, while he was about to go in the evening after 6 p.m., he saw the persons and the people who came to the park as going away. But one or two persons were still there in the park who were catching fish in the park stand. On the standing on the bank, he was noticed here and there. All of a sudden, he watches a young woman, a young girl, or young woman of 16 to 17 who are there near the water, near the steps. Immediately, he thought that the girl was going to commit suicide in the tank. So the watchman came forward and asked the girl to come out of the water. And the girl, who left a short note, small letter, a suicide note, on the steps and entered the knee deep water. The watchman called her and told her to come out. She came out. Thus, village wanted her to go back. But the girl was adamant. She doesn't like to go in his house. She wanted to commit suicide in the tank water. The watchman wanted to know what had happened, why she is going to take a drastic step to spoil her life. The girl said and narrated that she had lost her mother, father remarried, and the stepmother was going to arrange her marriage. The girl has already appeared mathematical exams and passed. The girl wanted to go to college for her higher studies, but the stepmother cannot afford money for her education. She has spent the money for her school education. She is no more interested to spend more money for her. On the contrary, she was arranging marriage for the girl. But the girl was in such a condition, she wanted to continue her higher studies in the college level. So she went to the college and wanted to know whether she would be able to get any stipend or scholarship like that. Authority of the college refused her appeal. They told her that she was not going to get any scholarship to meet the expense of her college education. And the girl does not want to live on somebody's charity anymore. This is a condition. Only for that reason, she came there in the park to ruin her life, to commit suicide, which is a crime, no doubt, but she does not want to live on somebody's charity. This is the actual position of the story. The village watchman, who is very poor, he narrated his own ordeals, his life. He told her vividly the actual condition. Even then, he did not destroy and spoil her life and commit suicide. When he was living with his parents, brothers and sisters and a family, in an epidemic, father, mother, brother, sister all died in the same day. And he was alone. At the time, he was young and she never knew what to do in that condition. The paternal relations, they all treated him. They drove him out of the family. He lost his paternal property. At the time, he had no shelter, no security, nothing. He was roaming on the road like a beggar, vagabond. Even then, he had not taken any drastic step to commit suicide. After few years, he got married and got a job like the park watchman. Very simple, only 20 rupees a month at that time. Can't you imagine? 20 rupees a month. He is managing somehow, hand to mouth, no deposit, nothing, no bank balance. Surviving somehow. His wife bore 8 children, one after another. All have died at the young age. Only one girl was still surviving in the family. Because the tremendous suffering and agony and pain and pathetic news of his own family. Even the watchman was not in a position to commit suicide. He never takes this type of steps in his life. Realize how the man is living in the society. Different persons in the society have different problems, suffering. Sometimes we have somebody to discuss, sometimes we don't have anybody to tell the fact. The girl listened to everything, but she was so adamant she could not come back to her life. The watchman told her to go back to the family and be loyal and obedient to her stepmother. If she wanted to continue her higher study, she could go home. If the mother is not in a position to continue her higher study, she can be loyal and obedient to her mother. After marriage, the husband can help her for higher studies. The ordinary watchman have given her the suggestion. She left, he left no stone unturned to make her understand to go back from the work rather than to commit suicide. But the girl, who listened to everything but did not take the decision, could not take the decision, she was still standing there. Already it is evening, and the watchman, who has become irritated, frustrated, left the place, leaving all the things in our hand. But at night time, he could not sleep properly in his house because a young girl like her was going to take decision of her own to commit suicide in the park tank. Next morning, the watchman came to his duty. The first sight he came to the near the tank, he thought that if the girl would have drowned in the water, he would have float. He would have floated on water because dead body cannot stay under the water for a long time. But he did not find any dead body floating in the tank's water. So slowly he already forgotten. He could understand whether the girl returned or not. But the letter was there in the steps. But after a few years, one day, as usual, when the watchman was working in the park, he saw a car came and stopped at the park gate. A couple got down with two children. The happy couple got down from the car with two little children. They all entered the park. They sat in a particular place, husband and wife, and the two children were playing in the park. From the distance, the watchman saw and recognized that was the girl who came there few years ago to commit suicide. And at the time, the girl and the watchman had a long talk and discussion, argument. He remembered everything. The watchman tried his level best to make her understand to go back and not to take any decision, drastic step to commit suicide. He could not understand whether the girl had done or not, but he did not get the dead body of the pond punk in the tank water. Now, most probably, the girl had taken the decision of the watchman. He went back, he went and married. Now, she was living a married life, have two children with husband, maybe married in a very aristocratic family because they had a car, they came there with a private car. The watchman was happy that at least his suggestion and advice have worked well. And the girl, instead of committing suicide, listened and saved her life. But surprising fact is that when the watchman approached towards her to talk and to say hello, the girl removed her face and did not talk with the watchman. That to see that the watchman was surprised to see the peculiar behavior. He thought that maybe the woman was somebody else, maybe not that girl. He thought so, but it is not that. It is the same girl who was living a very happy and happy married life, came there in the park to see the spot, to spend the time over there. But she also recognized that watchman, but did not want to talk with her because her husband with her. She did not want to disclose his secret, his past life. She did not want her husband to know about it. If she could have talked with that watchman and the watchman could remember and utter the same incident which had taken place long time back, the husband would have misunderstood her. That girl is clever enough. She refused and denied and avoided the watchman to talk with him. The watchman was surprised to see the strange behavior. He thought that she was somebody else. This is the story Uh, R.K. Narayan, who had an Indian, wrote, as you know that R.K. Narayan was awarded the Sahitya Academy Award in 1960. It's very very famous Indian story, and she has picked up very simple things, natural things in his story. The watchman was sure that the lady was attempting to commit suicide. It's a natural thing. Nowadays it happens. When people are leading a frustrated life, who had no peace in their mind, instead of taking good suggestion, they take wrong decision of their own and spoil their life. It's quite natural nowadays in this world because people have lot of problems, different peculiar of thought. Actually, they had no peace in their mind. They do not want to enjoy the beauty of the earth given by God. Their mind is different. God has created this beautiful world. There are a lot of things to enjoy. If you have eyes, if you have time. But people are very busy. They want immediately everything, which is really impossible. It takes time to get and to fulfill our desire, ambition, aim. To fulfill our aim, to qualify in our attitude, we have to be patient enough. We cannot get everything at time. But to prepare the road, we have to prepare the way, we have to do something to get our preparation. Otherwise, how can we achieve and get on and receive everything? The girl who had no experience at all, who had passed class 10, hardly 16 to 16 and a half years. Minor, not adult. Knowledge is not perfect. She is not experienced. This type of girls and boys have no idea. They think that life is full of roses. But no, actually speaking, life is not bed of roses. It's not bed of roses. We have a lot of ups and downs in our life. We have to fight them back. We have to suffer. In Sanskrit there is a word, Chakravat parivattonte sukhani cha dukhani cha. Happiness and sorrow comes to our life one by one like the wheel. If we are leading a peaceful life, this restlessness and this type of things will go away. If you are really in suffering, our happy days will come soon. We have to wait. No need of to be restless. If we are eager enough, if we do and want to get everything at a time, it is not possible. It is not a magic at all. Our life is practical. Nothing of magical power. Magic is something different. But we, human beings, living in the society, living with the society and the society people, our neighbors, our friends, our colleagues, our teachers, our parents, our children, all society. Different people have different problems. We have to solve them, the salvation also different way. We cannot solve all this type of problem in the same or similar way. Different problems can be solved with different ways. We should not be disheartened. We should not be restless. We should not be we should not take hasty decision. Time will tell. The girl who wanted to destroy her life, if the watchman's suggestion was not obeyed, otherwise if he would not go home, how could get a family and lead a happy life like that? It is easy to prepare a life for better living. It is easy. It is not that easy to become happy, but it is easy to destroy our life. Destruction. Suppose for a building, the contractors, laborers, engineers labor hard. It takes long time to make a big building. But that building can be destroyed in a short time with the help of dynamite and other things. Similarly, our happy and peaceful life, we all want it. It will take some time. We have to prepare ourselves to achieve and to get that. But we can destroy this life with a wrong decision, which is not acceptable and good. Mr. K. Narayan, who is the author of this story, has given a message to think over the matter. We should not take hasty and quick decision. Suggestion is required. When people are giving a good suggestion, we have to admit it. We have to think and obey it. Good people never give bad suggestion. Mind it, the good people, experienced people will never give you a bad suggestion. You can listen to the suggestion. You can think, utilize your brain, and don't take hasty and quick decision. Hasty and quick decision will sometimes hindrance and not good at all for our life. Hence, children, watchman is a very good question. So I would like to give you few questions to. I'm not going to give you the answer, but questions to prepare yourself for examination. Note down the questions. What was the watchman surveying? Surveying standing. On the tank bump. What was the watchman's opinion? Watchman's opinion in the angler as the northern end. What did the watchman notice? Watchman noticed as he already as he heard ready to done. Question number 4. What was the watchman's firm? Watchman's firm from doing when the watchman saw her, when the watchman saw her. The last question, what did the watchman think about the woman after reading her letter? Reading her letter. These questions you have to answer. If I give you the answer next time, you can compare it, but it is your turn to write the answer. You read the book, I have written the summary, that's okay. Thank you very much.